How's it going, Laser Bruce? I'm Bobby Sixkilla and welcome back to the Vigilant Villa. We've come to a massive realization that it's quite possible that George has killed our parents, who were the major genetic researchers in charge of some project he was doing. Oh, it's going to be interesting. The key members who George just introduced are my parents. When I have memories, my father has passed away because of a hereditary disease. As for my mother's death, it's always been my hidden scar. I know she ended her life because of her excessive depression. I don't know what she went through, and what secrets she guarded. Does that tragedy have something to do with this experiment? Probably. You worked together once, but you didn't say anything when you saw their photo. It's true that we worked together, but the result was unsatisfactory. A recording starts playing after the video ends. It's a conversation between Jackie and George. Mr. He, would you like me to give you some hints about that case? You said you wanted to use gene modification to cure incurable diseases, but your true goal is to use it to reform people's talents. You do know more about people's minds compared to the transformation of the next generation. Everyone prefers to invest the money in themselves. They can decide on their own fates without considering any ethical issues. The rich can buy talents and all the superior genes with money, even if the price is steep. You'll make a fortune after the research comes out. What a pity that the people think that this research will benefit themselves, but it's actually only served a small number of people. Are you calling just for bringing up a 20-year-old case? You won the case for me. I can be responsible for what I said, but meanwhile, so should you. As to hear, you sure there's no trace of what happened back then? Let me think, the two key researchers are both dead. Any relevant evidences have been destroyed. The experimental samples' memories were forcibly replaced. Wait, do they make us? And that experiment has caused permanent brain damage. But there's another link that you've missed. That is to say, you entrusted me to defend for you. I happen to have a habit of recording my conversations with clients. I've sent the recording to your email. Maybe you should listen to it before answering me. After a buzzing burst of electric noise, the conversation recording between Jackie and George starts playing. Not just the media, but the whole world is watching this case. You must be honest with me if you want to win it. I think I made it very clear. Let me sum it up again. The experiment you're doing now is inconsistent with the one you told to the public. But that doesn't matter. You're being accused of using 7 children to conduct illegal experiments. We're one, and Uncle Zong is also one. Has the real experimental data been destroyed? George sighs with a bit of regret. All of it was destroyed back then. Meanwhile, the researchers made legal experimental data just to prevent something like this today. We also need to make sure the key researchers won't give out the truth. The whistleblower has provided detailed information about the 7 children. Those children are also top priorities. I know who the whistleblower is. I haven't expected that she'd bring this up again. The failed experiment is already a joke to the field. Has she had to break me down? What a fool. We were just one step away from changing human history. So if the whistleblower is a key researcher, it's very bad for you. That woman already killed herself. Who was responsible for picking these children, and the orphanage? Don't worry, they've changed the dean. Nothing will go wrong. The person who was responsible for the selection did see me once, but he doesn't know much about the experiment. And he somehow has managed to marry a rich woman. Now he is abroad. As for the samples, a new type blocker has been injected into their amygdaloid nucleus to cover the memory of fear. They've now forgotten what happened during the experiment and won't be able to provide any useful testimony. Does the experiment have any sequelae? George halts for a second. That's not my concern. Understood, as long as it doesn't affect the case's results. Don't worry, I can win this. There's no trace, I'll win for sure. What I want is to minimize the impact on me. I'll try my best. The image and sounds are gone. The countdown still continues. Seriously, it's a lie, isn't it? Leo points at the screen while looking at others. I don't remember being a part of that damn experiment. I remember something about the time the video mentioned. Some strangers came to find me and my foster family. They kept asking if I remembered anything, but it seems that everything had become blurry after some sleep. I've forgotten everything. After they came, the woman who adopted me changed the way she looked at me. Then, I remember some people did find me before. And then the old couple wouldn't let me watch TV anymore, and I quarreled with them about it. Rainbow Bridge and the case of the experiment are the crossing points of these people. John transported the samples. Jackie was the attorney who cleaned up the mess afterwards. George was the mastermind. And experimental samples are Claire, Amy, Emily, Leo, and Liam. My parents were connected to this case as well. And what about Isaac and Daisy? What do they have to do with this? What about me? Did you know I was one of the victims? George falls silent shortly and doesn't answer. What am I? Am I just a link of your interests? We're doing well now. It's all water under the bridge. George lowers his voice and wants to step forward toward Emily. She steps back in horror. What does permanent brain damage mean in the recording? My brain is complicated and the damage is just a guess. You can't fool me. 3 of them already died from the experiment sequelae. George becomes impatient. Many things could be the cause of death. How can you be so sure they died of the experiment sequelae? It might be an accident if just one of them died, but 3 of them died. Can't be a coincidence. Enough. You think you're clean? Who do you want to kill? Me? 4. Claire struggles to stand up. Her hand grasps George. I don't care what happened. Now I just want to live. 3 people died of the sequelae plus Jackie. You just need to answer 4. Say it. Shaking stops. Another part of the ground collapses toward the center from where the second collapse happened. Our way back is completely cut off. We can only move forward. George pushes Claire away. He checks the time and steps back. How pathetic. No one knows how great that project is. Gene modification can change human history. You sacrificed us for your great project. Sacrifice is inevitable. It's an honor. Only a small number of people can enjoy the rare resources. That's how the world works. You should have known it a long time ago. George's index finger stops before Leo and he smirks. Do you know why you always can't control your temper? You're impulsive and irritable. The impaired judgment makes it hard for you to make rational decisions. It's the mania that is caused by abnormal cerebral blood flow. It's indeed a sequelae of the experiment. So I picked you as the murderer that killed Jackie. That's all you're worth. Leo can't restrain his anger. He clutches his fist and his expression gets more and more twisted. Something's wrong. He must be doing this for some reason. It's about the time for the next collapse. Are you damn courting death? Leo rushes towards George with great anger. George dodges his attack and steps forward toward the center, as he has planned. But Leo rushes straight into the darkness in an instant. The shaking stops. George faces the camera with a casual smile. The game is over. You did it on purpose. There's no time to answer the rest of the questions. Or are you confident enough that you know the exact answer to each question he asks? And can you be sure no one would lie again? And I've told you the truth. He has mania. He could be a threat to us. We should throw George down the hole. That's not an excuse for deciding others' life or death. Just ask him. They've all consented to it. The game has achieved its goal. Daisy looks at the others. Emily lowers her head. There's a sense of relief on Claire's face. Do you agree with them, Folmes? There's another way. Well, no, why isn't the door opened? There's no sign of the door opening. The countdown on the screen still continues. There's 10 seconds left. Someone pulls my cuff. It's Daisy. Her eyes stare straight at the collapsed spot. There's a hand on the edge. Then a figure jumps onto the platform from the darkness. Leo's alive. Then... the game is still on. The ground shakes violently. The ground beneath my feet suddenly collapses. I'm caught off balance and falling down. Watch out! Isaac grabs me just in time. He stares at me as if making a decision. I can sense his hand is loosening. Grab my hand, Folmes. Daisy rushes to me and gets down on the ground. She reaches out her hand to me. Isaac clutches his hand again. The fleeting abandonment feels almost like an illusion. On the other side, surprisingly, Leo is the one who grabs George subconsciously. Please don't loosen your grip. Pull me up. Beg for my help now, huh? A sense of slyness flashes by in Leo's eyes, and his mouth slightly turns up. Leo loosens his fingers one by one. A miserable scream rings out. That means the man has fallen to the bottom and has been pierced through by the blades. Everything goes back to peace. The door opens and there's only one way left to the door. Leo stands up and shrugs calmly. I tried, but I couldn't pull him up. Everyone knows just what happened. And nobody cares. Emily rushes to the edge looking down. Her hand covers her mouth while tears keep running down her eyes. It's you killed him. Shut up, none of you spoke for me when he tried to kill me. I heard you all. Be quiet now if you want to live. Leo is the first who goes into the door. What are you waiting for? There's no way back. The direct and horrifying death and some simple questions rip off everyone's disguise easily. There's no need for fake kindness. You must follow your instincts if you want to survive. Something has changed imperceptibly. The door locks itself after everyone enters. It's a secret chamber without any light. Hey, check this out. There'll be electricity once we put it together. Do it now. Based on what happened in the last room, we can't control the time once we trigger the first device. Let's have a 5-minute break. I hear a faint sigh in the darkness. He stands up and starts searching this dangerous place that hasn't been triggered. Isaac sits against the wall in silence. Who do you want to kill? I think you already have an answer. Isaac reaches out his hand. He withdraws a finger every time he finishes reading a name. George, Jackie, Leo, Emily. Amy, Claire, John, and that leaves you and me. You don't think the two of us are exceptions, do you? You want to kill me? You, lend me a hand. This is what Isaac said to me the first time. I should have noticed the anomaly. John, Jackie, George, and I are strangers to him. I'm the weakest of all, but he chose me to help him push the truck. Why? You don't have to know why. It's destined that only one of us can live. Save some time to pray for yourself. Have you rested enough? Let's start. Okay, we got a pipe dream. Like that. The light goes back on. Now we can see the secret chamber clearly. The light blinks intentionally, making people feel dizzy. Creepy clock? There's a clock on the wall, and the cuckoo will pop up at the time when the time is set, and the time is going back. The sealed location seems to be an exit which is locked and requires 4 English words to be entered. We got cracks. All 4 sides are ordinary walls, except for that one because it's broken. Connected electrical box. The lights above the room flickered and made people feel depressed. Nice. How the hell are we going to get out of here? Isaac drags Claire away. The arrows closely pass her. The arrows are shot as the cuckoo chirps. Looks like that's the meaning of the time device. Leo drags Claire over. You, go and check there. He points at the wall. Unknown black holes appear on the place where the arrows were shot. Why should I go? Why don't you let her go? Cut the crap and do as I say. I'm not a threat to you, but she is. You just killed her husband. Emily looks at Claire in surprise. Leo drags Emily over impatiently. How annoying. Make it fast. Do it for her. I'll do it. She can't notice if there's any anomaly. The light is suddenly out before I finish talking. 4 short arrows shoot out. I hear a painful groan. Blood drips down Emily's leg onto the ground. The arrows broke a large piece of her skin. She's flurried. She asks for the others' help with her eyes wide open. Look for the password, hurry. Claire occupies a corner quickly. The light keeps blinking. The helpless look in Emily's eyes gradually turn to disappointment. Bandage yourself, Emily, there's not enough time. Yes, there's not enough time. The cuckoo will activate the device in 3 minutes. I must find the code as soon as possible. Looking in the holes. Collect clues. An unknown black hole appeared on the wall. This is where the arrow came out. What other clues are there? Something to do with this? There's a word time on it. Time. Okay, write that down. What about this bloody painting? This? The frequency of flashing lights are different. There may be a secret. Is it like Morse code? I can't do Morse code. Morse code comparison chart. APSW. Wasp. Looks like a little different under the light. The letter that changes the light is the answer. Then the password is wasp. No, swap. Must be swap then. Go. Emily's leg is injured, making it difficult to walk. Help. I don't know if I made the right call. My stamina can't afford another person. I can only try. I carry Emily on my back and run toward the tunnel. Gotta do the right thing. Everyone seems to be devolving into animals out there. The light goes off. 16 arrows shoot out. The tunnel is so narrow that it only allows us to crawl in a single line. Everyone moves forward in silence. No one knows what's waiting ahead of us. My necklace has fallen off. Claire stops and touches her empty chest. Who cares about that? Go. No, I must go back. Leo drags Claire impatiently, but Claire struggles out of him. What the hell do you know? The necklace is valuable enough to buy your shitty life. You're fucking out of your mind. Fine, no one's allowed to stop her. Let her go back and get that damn necklace. Claire glares at Leo and crawls toward the last secret chamber without regard to her own safety. The light is blinking, making it hard to tell where the necklace fell. I found it. Claire smiles. The necklace is tangled with the arrows that were shot downward. I stare at the time, only 15 seconds left. She's gonna die. Rip it off, there's no time, hurry! She hesitates after hearing what I said. At last, she snaps the necklace. 2, 4, 16. These numbers keep hovering in my head. Patterns. The severe OCD patient has been following some patterns all the time, whether in daily life or the orchestrated game. The next number is 256. Look out! Don't look. The time that person leaves me is only 12 minutes. Did I lose again? If I could have figured out the pattern sooner, no one would have died, wouldn't it? The jade necklace falls from Claire's hand. Blood drops on its jade surface. What a lunatic. Why? Why is this happening? Yeah, why did she want to get that necklace so badly? Money. About the key for opening the legacy. Yeah. We know why she wanted it, because it's got a key to money in it. 3 people died for a key that can mark the owner, make the owner inherit a huge legacy. It's not the key's fault, it's the greed. Stop looking at it and keep moving. Who the fuck put you in charge, Leo? What's that person's standard of judgment indeed? He takes pity on Amy but punishes Jackie and John. He is a victim of the experiment. He's more likely one of the victims on the list. Those punishments don't seem to be done for justice. It may have something to do with his own experience. Everyone crawls forward with a heavy heart. The space is so narrow, making it hard for us to breathe. No one knows how long we've crawled. How much time do we have to crawl? A similar memory wells up in my mind. I keep crawling in a ventilation duct with a small figure following me. How much time do we have to crawl? We'll get there soon, hang in there. I force open the window at the end of the vent. A strong light floods in and my smile freezes on my face. Everything hasn't gone with our escape plan. What awaits us at the other end of our hope is not an endless new world. It's several people wearing lab coats gathering at the exit. Found them. Codes that differ in length with intervals of the Morse code. We can use Morse code to communicate from now on. That way they won't understand us. A small figure on the other side of the glass nods vigorously. Damn. The window at the end of the vent has been kicked out by Leo. He looks at the scene and mutters curses. Another secret chamber? Can we escape? It's turned into a serious killing game now. It was started off as a murder mystery house thing, now it's a killing game. The same empty room without blinking lights. There's a painting on the wall. I need that. Alright, painting. Oh, it's the melty clock one. Dead shore, uncanny monster, decayed tree, the dials with ants. The time twisted and halted. Everything has lost its meaning. This is the famous Spanish painting, Eternal Memory. If you look at it carefully, it's a bit different from the original work. The left-hand dial, digital hour, minute and hand, all point to 1. And the watch hanging on the tree coincides with 12. Which is missing the third watch. I was trying to click on this, you silly bastard. The door is closed automatically and can't go back. It can only move on. Here it should be possible to go to the next destination, but a 4-digit password is required. This painting looks so weird, because what the painter drew is just a dream, and the dream can't be judged by logics and reality. But what is weird is the original has 3 clocks, but this one has only 2. Then where would the 3rd clock be? The ground starts shaking again. Here we go. The light dims. Holy shit, it's sinking. Go to the center. Shaking stops. I can only hear everyone's respite in the room. Phones, where are you? The second Daisy moves towards me, the ground starts tilting. The others exclaim, don't move. Go back to your original position. We must keep the balance. The light goes back to normal. Oh no. It's the tippy thing. The place under my feet is a very unstable disc. A disc. Will this be the last dial? I didn't see the light there. The direction of the light is to the bottom right. If this is the dial, then the last number is 4. Okay. The height requires one side to tilt up to barely unlock the password. Ah, that's annoying. Except for the disc, you can't see how deep it is below. I'm on the same side with Isaac, while Leo, Emily, and Daisy are on the opposite side. The exit is behind Leo's side. The exit's over there. We must lift the disc to go there. Listen to me carefully. We're going this way, and you should go the opposite direction slowly. Everyone starts moving. The three of them are close to the next exit. One of them can go up slowly. I'll do it. I can help you by going up there first. Daisy, now stand up slowly and walk toward the center of the disc. Daisy nods and starts walking towards us slowly. The disc starts tilting. Leo's getting closer to the code. Okay, what's the code? 1124. I think. It's open. I'll go up first. Daisy, when he goes up, run as fast as you can and switch your position with me. I can't. My legs are trembling. I'll do it. Daisy looks at Emily with tears on her face. Emily stands up trembling. Okay, Emily, look at my eyes. We'll be fine. 3, 2, 1. The switch succeeds. The disc is stabilized again. After a slight shake, everyone breaks out in a cold sweat. On the other side, Leo enters the ventilation duct successfully. Be ready to help others. Leo halts for a second, then he gets down and reaches his hand to the people below him. You go first, Daisy. Emily, move toward me slowly. Don't worry, there's no danger. Walk to me slowly. Emily bites her lip and walks to me slowly. Sweat stands out heavily on her forehead. Maybe it's because she's nervous or painful. Stop, stand there and keep your balance. I nod at Leo. Leo pulls Daisy up onto the platform quickly. There are only 3 people on the disc. If we want to keep the balance, the best way is to let Emily leave first. Let her leave first. What about you if I leave? We can keep the balance better only after you left. Go. Emily keeps her head down, but when she looks up, she becomes a lot firmer. Okay. I take a step forward wearily, every time Emily moves. When I'm close to the center, Leo pulls Emily up to the platform and the disc tilts instantly. Ingram! Sweat runs down my forehead. I lower my body to keep the balance and the disc gradually tilts back. Now there's only Leo and me. The person who keeps trying to kill me. Walk toward the center together. You should be able to go across from the edge of the disc to the platform. Are you sure about this? There's at least a 50% chance of success. Leo lowers his body to get ready to catch us. Do you need my help? You can't catch 2 people at the same time. Are you kidding? In such a game, only one of them can survive. I'll save the useful one. What do you mean we've agreed on saving both? You can't do that. Hey, I'm ready, come on. 3, 2, 1, I run toward the duct as planned. Leo grabs me tightly when I jump in the air. He pulls me to the platform. I turn around and look at Isaac. Leo didn't catch Isaac. Isaac strenuously grasps at the edge of that completely tilted disc. Hang in there, give me a hand. Sometimes I think everything is unfair, Ingram. You're always the one who got chosen, and I was always the one who got abandoned. There's still a chance. It won't work. The answer you want is in the basement of number 52 Sundown Street. What does he mean? Why? Leo's the first one who turns around and moves forward. It's better that he died. He's neither one of the 3, nor one of the 7. Leo turns his head to look at me. Half his face is in the dark. I saved you because you're still useful. I'll make you be his company if you fucking nag more. Keep going, I must escape from this hell. The thin air in the tunnel makes it hard to breathe. My thinking gets slower. The bookshelf puzzles are made for me. My traps have been changed secretly. The Morse code in the ventilation duct. Would the murderer be the small figure that I suddenly recalled? But I can't recall what he looks like. I thought that was what's-his-face? Uncle Zong. Is it him? That face can be stuck into all the images in my memory. But I can feel there is something strange, but I can't tell it. And isn't that person dead? That's what I thought. A maze. Great. One secret chamber after another. Where's the end? You go first. Leo pushes me to the forefront of the team. Hey, more cogs. Sick. You know I can never have too many cogs. Have we got all the cogs yet? How many are there? How many can there... These dolls are so creepy. The shape is weird, and some unbroken dolls seem to be able to twist its limbs under each wall. Ew. The walls are high and steep. I see that. Can I not click on these? Come on. That never helps. I never see anything when that does something. Oh, there we go. The lights were dim and the air was sultry. Sultry? That's a weird word to use there. The floor? It's always the floor. The soil lacks water and the plants are somewhat dry. All the mazes have the same design. You can walk out of here as long as you hold on to the one side of the wall. The light is dim here, watch the ground. I carefully explore forward while touching the wall on my left. I brought a maze game. Do you want to play it? Sure, I want to play harder ones. This one's very complicated, but I only need 3 seconds to walk out of it. The small figure takes the maze game and puts it on the ground. Fingers start from the starting point, and the small figure reaches the exit through the direction I work out. All the mazes have the same design. Do you want to play a harder one? You have a harder one? A moving maze. Bring some small stones when you come tomorrow. Sure, wait for me. See you tomorrow. Sure. It's that kid again. Who's that kid that keeps appearing in my memories? I feel like my head is about to explode. Follow me, don't get separated. The temperature is getting high around me. The water in my body keeps being evaporated. Hunger, thirst, and the despairing maze. Can you walk out of here or not? I think you're going around in circles on purpose. I fall to the ground after taking this punch. Do it yourself if you can. Another punch on the face. The pain becomes dull, and the time seems to go by extremely slowly. I seem to fall into a world of white. I'm so tired and thirsty. Just let it end like this. Holmes, wake up! Wake up now! Don't worry, Daisy, we got this. Are you giving up? You can't give up now, we're so close to the answer. Isn't the truth the most important thing to you? Hang in there for the truth. My body's about to break down. You've solved all the puzzles before, you can solve this one for sure. You'll die if you stay here. She's right, the temperature is rising. It's suicide to stay here. I struggle to prop up my body. A familiar voice comes from the other side of the wall. Is that you, Mr. Fang? You woke up. Stop searching. There's no way to come here. I've tried. We split to find the way out after you passed out, but the walls can move, and there's no pattern. There's a slight rustle again. The path before me becomes a wall, and another path shows itself after the wall opens. The walls can move. It coincides with my memory again. Wait. Where's Daisy? She was just here. What? No one was beside you. I found you here because I heard you murmuring to yourself. Where are the others? I don't know, but they can't be safe. It's scorching here. Let's find the others first. Anyone there? I'm here. There was a way just now. Daisy's voice comes from a further place. Am I just have been an illusion? Keep reporting your positions. Try to walk together. Don't get separated. The temperature is still rising. The entire maze is like a huge dryer. I must find a way out before it dries us all. Where are the hints? Is it the creepy babies? Go, creepy baby. Adjustable limbs can be used as road signs. This way you can avoid repeated paths. That's a good idea. Desperate high walls. The temperature keeps rising. I need water. The lights were dim and the air was sultry. Haha, you said that last time. It's the same clues again. Yes, it's dry. Where are you? Have you seen the doll on the ground? Its arms can turn in different directions. Follow it and we won't walk the same repeated paths. Keep walking. Hang in there. The only thing hovering in my mind. Finally, the exit. The temperature at the exit is even higher. Hot gas is coming from the tunnel continuously. People who are still in there can't hold on for long, but I can only hear Leo's voice by now. Emily, Daisy, how are you? Both of their voices sound weak, but I can hear that they're far from each other. Maybe I have enough time to save them both, but that's the most optimistic thought. I can't lie to myself. When I decide to save any of them, that means I already gave up trying to save the other in my mind. Well, we gotta save Daisy. I kinda want to save Emily as well, though. I feel bad for Emily. But Daisy's done nothing wrong. She's totally innocent. Daisy. Daisy, I run back into the maze toward Daisy's voice. Daisy's curled herself up against the wall. Hope lights up in her eyes again when she sees me. Why are you here, Folmes? The secret chamber won't hold for long. I'll take you out of here now. I help Daisy get up and escape from this damn maze. The walls will block the right way every time and make you loop around sideways. That's the pattern. I just need to stick to the left side and I'll return to the right way. The last wall opens slowly. It's the exit. We made it. There are 2 passages. One's an opening that releases hot gas and the other is the exit. You, where are you? Leo's voice becomes hoarse. Look at the direction that the doll on the ground is pointing in. Leo doesn't say anything after that. Only the sound of moving walls comes out. Finally, Leo rushes out from there. Pale, chapped lips and inane eyes. He looks like a skeleton. Leo looks straight at the entrance of the tunnel and his face lights up with joy. Move. Leo pushes me away and rushes towards the entrance that's emitting the hot gas. I'll escape from here. I'll escape from here. I'll escape from here. He's getting delirious and keeps repeating the sentence. It's not the exit. I try to stop him, but he crawls inside the entrance as if he's mad. Whoosh. A ball of fire bursts, followed by a series of crackling, burning sounds. The fire touches the withered grass on the ground and it gets expanded instantly and blocks the way to the maze's door. Where's Emily? I look at the maze that's being devoured by fire. I should have thought of the consequences when I made my decision. There's no time. Let's leave here first. Well, someone was going to die one way or another. Hunger, sorrow, fear, cough, exhaustion. Another dark, narrow passage, but this one has paintings on both sides. We know this passage. I don't have the strength to walk, Folmes. Would you like to take a rest for a while? No, actually, I didn't expect I'd get so far. But only this far. Folmes, if only one of us could survive. I hope it could be you. I stop and turn to Daisy. Don't talk, save your strength. I look at the empty tunnel behind me in surprise. There's no one. Daisy? I feel like my head is about to explode. Where'd she go? Today's my birthday. I've got many presents. Should I give you a present as well? If we are friends. Wait a moment. After a while, the small figure returns with a painting. I prepared it a long time ago. This is for you. Is that us in the painting? Yes, if we can still be friends, I'll give you one on your birthday every year. Thanks. I'll get you out of here tomorrow. Okay. Paintings? I stand up quickly and crawl forward with all my strength. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. I stop in front of the 21st painting. Children's stick figures. It can be seen that the person above is a boy and a girl. 21 paintings. I was 7 back then. I'm the boy in the painting. And that girl. It's a girl. My head. All images flood into my mind and match a girl's face in my memory. It's not Liam Zong, it's a girl. The girl's face gradually becomes clearer. It's her. She told me the answer right from the start. The paintings at the tunnel's entrance have told me the answers as well. The Arnolfini portrait tells me about how she was when she first came here. The anatomy lessons of Dr. Nicholas Tulp tells me about her profession. An unknown lady tells me about her gender. I grope for a button behind the painting. Click. A secret door is opened. The light comes in, making me unable to open my eyes. Humans are neither angels nor beasts, but usually, those who want to become angels often turn into beasts in the end. It's a good quote, I like that. Her feelings are purer, deeper, and more paranoid. She will become the beast that destroys the world once she loses her faith. The lounge resounds with elegant music. She sits on the couch and picks up a cup of tea. She gently blows the heat away and drinks it. She and the villa become a whole. She stands up in haste when she notices me. Mr. Fang, great. You finally escaped from there. I found another exit in the maze, so I escaped first. I was worried about you. Where are the others? Of course you know where the exit is. What do you mean? You misunderstood me. I worked really hard to escape. Emily lowers her head while covering her stomach with her hands. After a while, she starts trembling. The frequency of the tremble becomes higher. When lifting her head again, she's laughing out loud. I'm sorry, I couldn't help it. She laughs for quite a while and then straightens up. There's no morbidity on her face. I've orchestrated it all. It's my work. And the puzzles I've designed for you? Are they interesting? You lost, Ingram. She shakes her head without disappointment while measuring me. All the hints I gave you are simple hypnosis that points at your weaknesses. I didn't expect you to fall for it so easily. You started to doubt yourself and feel painful. How laughable you are. Do you want to know who the person in the photos? Mention the childhood? You weren't like this before. Stop being stupid. I believed you once, but nothing changed. Didn't you leave me here and run away yourself? You may leave as long as you promise you'll keep the secret for me. No. Stop looking at me that way. That's not the look that I've missed. Alright, let's go. Just get out of here first. I turn around to leave. My neck feels a sudden pain. The view in front of me becomes blurry. The voice in my ear sounds a bit frustrated. I change my mind. A new guest house is open in the countryside. The yard is filled with roses, which is a symbol of love. The roses here are extremely beautiful. It has attracted many young people to visit. Besides, there's a love story about the landlord and the landlady. It said that the landlord has a genetic disease. His organs are failing, so he can only live in bed. But the landlady is always there for him. Young people like to chat with the landlady. She's knowledgeable, and she can paint well. She was even a shrink once. Whenever someone asks her why she'd want to take care of the landlord for life, her answer is, I can only be assured when he is with me. Oh my god, that's a bad end, right? Reselect. Ask the reason for killing, I guess. Why did you kill them? If it was for the experiment, wouldn't it be enough to just kill those three? Why did you kill the rest of them? None of them is innocent. Since I record everything, all the things I've done is for this moment. You may leave as long as you promise you'll keep the secret from me. Fine. I nod, and she is satisfied. Just get out of here first. I turn around to leave. My neck feels a sudden pain. The view in front of me becomes blurry. The voice in my ear sounds a bit frustrated. I change my mind. Where am I? It looks like I'm still in the villa. My head aches. There's a sound of high heels approaching. It's her. I must escape from here before she arrives. What? D. Click, 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 click. I run away to the distance, stumbling. The drug effect inside me hasn't worn off yet. My strength runs out and I fall on the ground. A cold, wet drop touches my face. I gradually open my eyes. It's raining. Maybe it's destined no one would win this game. Exhaustion. I open my mouth to let the rain moisten my dry throat. The tulip song rings up again. It's midnight now. The villa in the distance is on fire and it's getting fiercer. Along with the song, there's a sound of a siren? I prop myself up and look out at the ocean in the distance. Under the night sky, it's Siren Head. There's a brightly lit cruise sailing on the ocean. Finally, the rescue comes. The police have found a total of 8 bodies in the villa. All the truth is revealed, one by one. Later it becomes the sensational The Tulip Villa Incident. Was that our book's name? When we wrote a book about it? Others in the story passed away. I'm the only survivor. On the last day of the Tulip Villa, all the sins are over. The memory of the Tulip Villa has stopped forever on this day. Shit's dark, man. In the morning, severe coughs wake me from my dreams. My health is getting worse every day. I look at the tulip murder beside my hand. At least I finished it. Mr. Fang, a psychologist, is here again. Remember to wear more clothes if you two still meet downstairs. Sure, thanks. No, I'm going naked. Fuck you. Patients who wake up early are taking a walk in the park already. It's autumn now. The weather's a bit cold. I'm always sensitive to the temperature changes after my health gets worse. Good luck that I've listened to Mrs. Nurse and put more clothes on. Mrs. Nurse? Dr. Moe. The person on the bench is my psychologist. Daisy Moe. Have a seat, Mr. Fang. How do you feel recently? I shrug, pretending to be casual. My Johnny gown becomes too large again. I need to ask Mrs. Nurse to give me a new one. Have you had a similar nightmares like the last time recently? Yes, almost every day. You value this book most, so your dreams are stuck in the scenes of the book. What's worse is that you've confused the scenes in the book and your experiences in reality. Mr. Fang, is there anything different in your recent dreams? If nothing changes, I might have to adjust your treatment. Changes? I put my arms behind my head and look at the blue sky. Birds fly by. There is. I dreamed of you. Me? Yes, you were in my dreams too, and you were the only light in the nightmares. Thank you, Dr. Moe. Daisy lowers her head, flurried. She doesn't know how to respond. You're welcome, but I wish I could be more capable. That way I can cure you. You've helped me a lot, really. Let's have a walk while I can still walk by myself. Daisy nods. She puts away her notebook and stands up hastily. Sunshine, fresh air, and freedom. All these things made me grateful enough. There is a team that is surrounded by earth signs led... Oh my god. I can't read that. Okay, I guess that's the proper ending then. And it was all in his head. It was just a dream. None of it was real. That's kind of disappointing. Oh, I don't know. I really like the story though. It was a really good story. I'm not sure if the yeah, just being a dream or a psychotic episode really adds anything to it, but overall I thought it was really, really good actually. I wonder if that ending changes based on the relationships you made. Maybe it's Daisy because I was always, you know, building relationship with Daisy as opposed to the others, so I really don't know. But yeah, I guess we're done. We are done with Vigilant Villa. There are probably more endings, but we are going to wrap this one up here because I need space for other games, because we've got a lot to get through at the moment. But I really liked it. If you want to see other endings, or see if there are any other endings, go get it yourself. It's only like $7 or something. Or if you're in the US, it's probably about $4. I think it's worth it. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll see you in the next one.